There we go. And what's going on, replay viewers? Replay viewers, let's see who tunes on in. I see Neil out there in Flatbush is the first one in the room, and Dan Harsman, welcome. Good to see Alfred Clues up there in Canada, and Cake813, welcome. Mrs. Metalhead checking in from New Rochelle, and Lee John, welcome. Good to see you, Quacky Snack and Autumn Alluring, welcome. Good to see you, Oleg, Slava Ukraini, and Gabby, welcome. Good to see you, Deb, out there in London, and Phyllis, welcome. Good to see you, Karen J. McLean out there in Canada, and Julie B.O.G., welcome. Good to see you, Quacky Sacks over there in the Netherlands, and Jeanette Trainer up there in Glasgow, staying up late with us. Good to see everybody, people. Nothing special today, just a sunset from the sand dune here in Coney Island Creek, down the block from my house. Let's show you guys the view, because we're pretty high up. Didn't realize that this sand dune I'm standing on is so high up. We can see a great view of Manhattan. Let's look at Manhattan, which is right down there. There's Lower Manhattan, about 13 miles as a crow flies. And because of the angle that we are at, we also have Hudson Yards to the right-hand side of the screen there. We go up, there's your Empire State Building. And also the Brooklyn Tower right there. Good to see you, Arjan. Welcome. Yeah, I heard this. I could see the rain. Cake, I could actually see the rain. There's lightning right over there. Let's see if we get some more of that lightning there. But we got some beautiful cloud formations. We could actually see, amazingly enough, we could see the infamous yellow submarine because it is low tide. Look, there's the yellow submarine. There's the Quester right out there. Yeah, just poured heavy up there. I see that. I see that. Good to see you, Adriana. Welcome. But we got our sunset view. Well, they had lightning and thunders right over there. But welcome to Coney Island Creek. We're just going to hang out here for a little bit, just chat. Not going to walk anywhere. Not going to do 15,000 steps. So for all the people who want me to walk in Midtown Manhattan, I'm sorry. I'm in Brooklyn. I'm keeping it local today. Me and the Duchess did a glorious day of nothing. We didn't even go to the beach today. Oh, I'm sorry. Okay, watch mine, Oleg. Watch mine, Oleg. That sounds good. If you're new to the broadcast, tell me where you're watching from. We'll give you a shout out. I forgot to restrict the chat, so people could come in here and call me fat, talk about my missing teeth. Please feel free. But it is nice, Adriana. Yeah, yesterday was a long day for me yesterday, so I wanted a little break. I wanted a little break today. I wanted to hang out. But we got a beautiful view here. It's still warm out. 89 degrees with a real feel of, I think it's 92, 93 right now. But good to see you, Daniel. Welcome. I'm enjoying the heat and humidity from inside. Have some exciting New Jersey Shore news. I mean, you can tell me here if you want. Good to see you, Robert. It's going great. What's the max temperature today? I think we hit 105 here in New York City today. We did hit a record. LaGuardia Airport did hit a record for the temperature today. Basalia Skipico, welcome. Joshua J, welcome. Hope it doesn't rain right now because you have to get home. Well, Joshua, you know, make sure you have an umbrella with you. That's all I can tell you. Cynthia Sunflowers, welcome. And your mom, you and your mom are going to meet Vinny on Saturday. Awesome. Enjoy hanging out with Vinny. Good to see you, Dave in Bangor, Maine. Yeah, there you go. 102 heat index for you guys. But exactly, Julie. Exactly, Julie. But we got a little barge out here, and yeah. My screen has just dimmed. That's how you know it's hot. This new phone does not like the heat. Let's see. Did I write 40? Oh, I'm sorry about that, Daniel. I'll fix that, Daniel. Hold on. I know for you guys who never mentioned the, let's see, here we go. Here you go. You know, for it people never read the title of the video unless something's wrong with it, I notice. But there you go. The information has been changed. Joe Muski, good to see you. And bonsoir, bienvenue, Nebul. Everyone follow Nebul, fantastic live streamer, content creator from the south of France. See what it's like on the Bay of Saint-Tropez with Nebul. Yeah, nobody ever mentions the chat title unless the date is wrong. That's what I noticed. So like usually people say, what are we doing today? And it'll be all in the title. But then God forbid I put the wrong date in there. You guys are always up on that. So there you go. There you go, Daniel. There you go. Thanks for telling me that. Good to see you, Ollie G. Welcome. Beautiful view indeed. Bloody hell, this phone is really dimming now. That's how hot it is out here. This phone is really dimming. I don't really need my hat. Yeah, everyone's sharp when I do something wrong. That's how it usually works. That's how it usually works. But we're up here. This is the Coney Island Creek. We're in Coney Island Creek Park. I don't live that far from here. I live a little bit further down from here. And, but this is our view, pretty much. Nice boat out there. We have a lot of, I think we have that boat's laying cable. This barge right here is, I know they've been doing some cable work around the harbor. So we have a couple of boats out here laying down cable, and then you have all of the other various support vessels, and then we also have this little work vessel here with the red blinking light there. That makes sure that everyone's all fine. Look at it. We lost 20 people. Shout out to the 20 people who have tuned out. I appreciate that. For 86 people watching, 47 likes. Let's get to 100 likes before we finish the video in 1 hour. So we got 1 hour starting right now. And we have another workboat way over here. No rabbits yet, Neil, but I'll point it out. Because there are rabbits that live here in the sand dune. There are rabbits that live out here in the sand dune. Exactly, Quacky, exactly. Thank you, Quacky. That's right. That's right. We have a great live stream coming up on Saturday. Of course, Friday, Fireworks Friday. Unless you got to watch the other guy. If you got to watch the other guy and then tune back and forth, then don't watch me then if you got to tune back and forth. And then not say anything. I see you guys. I see. The analytics shows me you guys. But I think that sun's going to come out from behind the clouds. And we should get a great... So see, look, we're turning off people. This is fantastic. I appreciate that, Darren. Good to see you. What's up with that? I have no idea. Good to see you, Mr. Metalhead. Hope you're feeling better up there in New Rochelle. Hope you're having a great evening. Hope you had a great day today. I am sweating like crazy, right? I've been in air conditioning all day today. Did somebody copy me? Somebody always... Oh, right now is somebody copying me? Good to see you, Mark Freeman, out down there in Texarkana. Welcome. Is somebody copying me right now? I would not be surprised by that. Oh, not right now? Oh, okay. Yeah, I stayed inside. Yeah, me too, Mr. Metalhead. I stayed inside too as well. Me and the Duchess, we were going to go to the beach today. But we were going to go to the Rockaways today, but we were like, I didn't feel like dealing with homie. I didn't really feel like dealing with humans. So I appreciate that, Cynthia. It's fine. Yes, indeed. I appreciate that, Karen. But it was brutal outside. Good to see you there, Lisa K girl. Beautiful sky here along the Coney Island Creek. Yes, indeed. Let's get that view of Manhattan. Got a beautiful view here of Manhattan from here. See the whole skyline with the Brooklyn Tower. Brooklyn Tower is the tallest building on the right-hand side. But an absolutely beautiful view. A lot of people out here. A lot of people out here in the water. Isn't that cool, Adriana? E-Bike Mike, good to see you, E-Bike Mike. Welcome. And Saturday, I am going to have an epic e-bike ride. We're going to do the summer streets. After I do my tour in the morning, I'm going to do the summer streets. And it's going to be a fantastic live show. I cannot wait for Saturday. It's going to be cooler weather. And we're going to have closed streets from Lower Manhattan all the way up to Inwood, to the Coeixisters, which is really cool. I know it's not the heat, it's the humidity, but today it is the humidity and the heat. And it is still hot out here, but the humidity is killing me right now. Golden Girl 54, welcome. I don't know why YouTube is giving me the @username. I don't know why it's doing that. They might be experimenting with this channel at the moment, so that's cool. And that's right, gorgeous evening despite the heat there, Ange. Good to see you. Welcome on into the show. Hope you're having a great day. I was going to go to the Rockaways today, but me and the Duchess, well, I said I didn't want to deal with humans today, so the Duchess concurred, and we stayed home in the air conditioning all day today. But yeah, YouTube's doing its wacky... Oh, Susan Ingalls. Good to see you, Susan. Welcome. Good to see you, Susan. I want to make sure I get everyone's name correct, so... Yeah, heat and humans don't mix. So we decided to stay in today. And in about 5 minutes, I'm going to reveal all my secrets about all the YouTubers who I don't like. So tune on. See, I'm going to tell you more about all the YouTubers I don't like. Stay tuned in, everybody. Going to reveal a lot more wackiness in about 10 minutes. So hit that like button. Exactly, Ollie. Exactly, Rob Paradise. Good to see you. Jennifer Lynn, welcome on into the show. Exactly, Cynthia, exactly. Yeah, I know, YouTube giving everyone there. Exactly, yes indeed. Is that weird there, Ange? It's so weird. I did have a chill day. I was in air conditioning all day today. This is the second time they've done this to you. Yeah, I don't know why it's giving me the @name. I don't know why it's giving me the @name. But AC is vital there, Oleg, absolutely. And it is cold in our... I'll give you guys a wacky fact about our house right now. It is so cold at the homestead right now that there is condensation on our doorknob. There's actual condensation on the doorknob. It is hot out here. Let me show you guys. I want to scare off 30 people from the chat, so I'm going to turn the camera around. Look at how hot I am. I am sweating like crazy right now. And we just got a travel advisory. Just got a travel advisory alert for tomorrow. So tomorrow afternoon's not going to be the best day to travel around because it's going to be just so... the afternoon is going to be very stormy. So do you like my tan there? This is what it looks like when you work outside. This is what it looks like when you work outside all the time. Look. There you go. Quacky, you're out? All right, it's all right, man. I know you're not going to leave, Quacky. I appreciate that, my friend. But I'm sweating so much that there's drops of my sweat in the sand. There you go. There's my sweat dropping into the sand. Yeah, it's going to break the heat wave. And actually, Friday for fireworks. So Mr. and Mrs. Metalhead, heads up because on Friday, it's going to be very cool outside. Ethan G says, get rid of school. What is the context of that? I have no idea. Why get rid of school, Ethan? Ethan, education is a very important thing. And right now, the federal government is colluding to ruin that. So I think we need more school, all right? And you're talking to a college dropout. We need more school. Education is the future. And if you don't believe it, this live stream is probably not for you. I'm going to be honest. Fireworks for Joe. Ange, you should come down and hang out then. Fireworks for Joe. It's funny when somebody's tan stops at the ankles. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. I know. Did you notice that, Autumn? Did you notice that? It's funny. Who is that? Good to see you there, Michelle King. Welcome. The thing with the names has been happening on other channels. I know, no, Cake, I know. I've seen that as well. Yeah, I don't know. It's a YouTube thing. Seinfeld night on Saturday. Nice. Good to see you there, Michael. Where? Puerto Rico. Yes, Yankee Stadium. Sweating heavily. People at Yankee Stadium are sweating heavily. Your heat wave lasted over a month? Yeah. Yeah, hopefully Oleg, it cools down. We got a nice breeze now coming along. Nice breeze now. In about 10 minutes, I'm going to start talking about all the YouTubers who I don't like. So make sure you hit that like button. I'm gonna release all of my real feelings about YouTubers who I don't like. Other live streamers and YouTubers who I don't like. I'm gonna reveal it all in about 4 minutes. I'm actually not gonna say anything, Ange, and I'll just say I'm just messing with y'all. But you know, I want to see how dumb people are in the chat. Karen J, I need snow. I need snow. I need a little bit of snow. I know I'm messing with y'all. It's all good. Welcome to the west end of Coney Island. If you're new to the broadcast, tell me where you're watching from. Let me give you a shout out. It looks like we are beginning to formulate a sunset. Nina says, F the snow. Snow is not for everybody. But if you're children of the 90s, Informer. We were all fans of Snow Informer back in the 90s. You're a nit serious. Exactly, RJ. Exactly. Dutch Uncensored in the next 10 minutes here. You love hearing the wind. 40 degrees. It will be 40 degrees again. Good to see you, Holla. Welcome. Good to see you, GF Jerks out there in Lindenhurst. Good to see everybody, people. There are more than a few. But I like the snow. I hope we get a lot of snow. Actually, my dear friend and neighbor, the great performer Insectivora, give her a follow on Instagram. I was talking with Insectivora this afternoon, and she said that we're going to have a very cold winter because she's already seeing monarch butterflies. She walks her little dog Gooby right here in the sand dunes that we're standing in right now, and usually she sees monarch butterflies in October, near the end of August, October, but now we're seeing monarch butterflies now. So she says that we're going to have a very cold winter, and so we'll see. Rain in Brooklyn in 57 minutes. Not here, Joe. Not here, Joe. Maybe over there. Maybe over there there's going to be some rain, but at least here, right now, these storm clouds are moving from left to right, and we have, in this pathway right here, it's all clear sailing, so it's not going to rain here. JC Browser, good to see you, welcome. We need a blizzard. We need a blizzard here in New York. Well, heck that, that's right, Golden Girl, that's right, Susan. I'm going to try to remember everyone's actual names now. That's right, oh, the wind's picking up. Oh, the wind's picking up. Look at that. You can see the ripples of the water here. Here in the Gravesend Bay here. This is Gravesend Bay we're looking at here. As the wind picks up here, we got a jet skier out there. But yes, the great Insectivora. Give her a follow on Instagram. She is saying she is calling for a colder winter. Beautiful sunset there. Kenny Can. Welcome. Beautiful sunset indeed. New to the broadcast, tell me where you're watching from. Let me give you a shout out. We're hanging out here having a sunset chat, nothing special. It is 7:30 in the afternoon right now. 96 degrees with a real feel of 104. Look at that. 96 degrees with a real feel of 104. But right now the wind is picking up here, so it feels delicious. And the phone is it's coming back up and going back down dimming wise. Picking up. Well, we're going to get a thunderstorm right here. That'd be cool. It's cool enough, but not enough. Exactly how I'm so crazy. No, but this breeze right now feels amazing. William in Brooklyn, welcome. This breeze feels amazing right now. Look how pretty it looks like here. Look at that. This is my neighborhood. I still have to get over the fact that this is my neighborhood. I'm a 5-minute walk from my house. It's going to be 70s in Michigan tomorrow. That's what I'm talking about. Enjoy the 70-degree weather. Enjoy the 70-degree weather. That sounds delicious. I cannot wait for that on Friday and Saturday. And I'm very excited about Saturday's live stream. We're going to hop on the bike again on Saturday. We're going to ride the entire route of summer streets. I think we're going to do just one big loop of Manhattan on Saturday. So I'm very much forward to showing you guys that. Yeah, I'm very excited about Saturday afternoon's live stream. We're probably going to be live on Saturday around, I'm shooting for 12:30, 1 o'clock. So right now, I'm going to skip lunch. So I'm going to go right out after I'm back from my tour. But good to see you, Leela Sorensen. Welcome down there in the great state of Georgia. So of course, tomorrow night, or is it tomorrow? Yeah, tomorrow night. Oh no, tomorrow's Thursday. Today's Wednesday. Fireworks Friday is looking great. I think tomorrow we're going to do an indoor stream. We're going to be vending on Saturday. Nice. Do we have vending happening? So everyone, come out to Coney Island, USA. 1208 Surf Avenue. Sounds like we have a bit of a... is that the Sandbar? Or is it at Coney Island, USA? Do we have a market? A summer market? This Saturday? Is that the Irish Night Market over at Sandbar? I remember vaguely hearing something about that. On a side note, I want to give a huge shout out to friend of the channel and a dear friend of mine and the Duchess, Marissa Solomon. Marissa Solomon is on the Casino Advisory Council, the CAC, for the Coney project. We had a rather boring, just a meeting of the CAC today where they talked to the developer of the Coney, and Marissa Solomon made some amazing points about how awful the casino plan is. And only 142 jobs will actually go to people in Coney. She had the raw numbers out, so yeah. So a big shout out. There's still dates to be determined for the public meetings of the CAC, but those will happen sometime next month or August. So the window starts today and it lasts until it lasts until September 30th. So sometime within the next 2 months, we're going to have at least two public community meetings for the CAC, the Casino Advisory Council. But I'm happy to say that our friend of the channel, Marissa Solomon, is on that advisory board. She was actually appointed there by a politician who she did not like, but I guess now we all like, and that's Alec Brooke Cransney. So... oh, you're going to be in the Queens Market. Nice. Okay, yes. Upcoming markets at the Sandbar and Coney Island, USA next month. Thank you so much, Autumn. John the Beagle Dad. Good to see you, John the Beagle Dad. All right, so Autumn Lauren's going to be up in Queens. So you're going to be at the Queens Night Market? What market are you going to be at? Some cool stuff. But yes, so for everyone saying, why wasn't I not at the meeting today? The meeting had no public comments. It was only a way for the Casino Advisory Council to meet. It was their first meeting, and also it was to see, once again, the new renderings of the Coney. It's definitely going to be pouring rain. Tomorrow, absolutely, but here in Coney, not right now. I think we're going to get a rather dramatic sunset as the sun begins to dip below the clouds again. Look at that. We got the sun dipping below the clouds again. Look at that. What a wild shot right there. As we look towards Staten Island, home of E-Bike Mike. We haven't done a classic sunset in a while where I just don't move and we just talk and enjoy the view. Tomorrow, I think we're going to do an indoor live stream. Tomorrow I think we're going to do an indoor live stream. And because it's going to be a rainy day tomorrow. And before the rain gets here, it's still going to be really humid. It's going to be cooler temperature-wise, but the humidity is still going to be very high. So maybe not the best day. All right, so Autumn Alluring is going to be selling at the Fright Market at the Flying Fox Tavern up in Queens tomorrow. So if you're up there in the area of the Flying Fox Tavern, check it out. Find Autumn Alluring and a whole bunch of other people selling some really cool stuff. Unique stuff. Do you want to find a gift for your family or your friends that is truly unique and one of a kind? Then head over to the Flying Fox Market on Saturday for some cool, unique gifts. So everybody check it out. Saturday at the Flying Fox Tavern up in Queens. Check it out. You're bound to find something really cool. Jim really wants me to do... Jim, if I can set up a dual stream, I will do a radio show, but I can't promise anything. Good to see you there. Creative Moments Media, welcome. See, I'm starting to figure out people's names. Gimble, Deborah and William. Yeah, Unique New York. That's right. There's the Brooklyn Tower right there. There's downtown Brooklyn, about 13 miles away as the crow flies. All your favorite skyscrapers in that shot there. Now, from this angle, all the buildings look like they're all by themselves, which is really cool. You can just see the very top of the Chrysler building. Look at that. Look at that. That's the very, very tippy top of the Chrysler building right there. Nebul wants to... You know what, guys? You know, unfortunately, doing the radio show, you know, only so many of you guys watch it. Mark Freeman, you'll never figure out who I am, Mark. Mark Freeman, I got you, man. I got you. I got to do YouTube stuff. So that's why I got to try to get a dual stream going. If I can get a dual stream going for the radio show, I'm going to do that. I'm going to try to set that up when I get back home. Do a nighttime radio show. Whenever I do nighttime radio shows, nobody tunes in. I think the last time I did a nighttime radio show was like 4 people watching. Back in the old days of Periscope. What, if I go home right now and do a radio show, would all of you guys watch? Do I get paid by YouTube? Ethan, you guys pay, well, not you, Ethan, but everyone who donates pays me. So YouTube, I do get donations through you guys via PayPal and Super Chat. Yes, Mayor, yes. Dick Ziggin will be at the, he's doing the Irish night market at the Sandbar. I think that's in a week. Is that Friday? Is that Friday? Brownies or scones, Mrs. Metalhead asks. I'm going to have to go with brownies, Mrs. Metalhead. Brownies. Me and the Duchess like brownies. Autumn Alluring with a $1 super chat. Autumn Alluring, thank you so much for the very generous $1 super chat. Thank you so much for today's $1 club. Much appreciated. With a big $1 super chat. And I will see about 70 cents of that because YouTube takes about 30 cents from the dollar. But I appreciate that, Autumn Alluring, with a very generous $1 super chat. And see, Ethan, there you go. There's your answer. Good to see you, Dave. You remember that? You remember when that two people programmed the show? You remember that, Dave? That was a crazy radio show where 2 people were playing the game. Audrey B's letting us know that she likes soft, fluffy brownies. There you go. Up here on the sand dune here in Coney Island Creek, everyone. If you're just tuning in, welcome. We're watching the sunset. Sun is teasing us behind the clouds here. In the words of Bill, in the words of that great play by Bill Buckner, it's behind the cloud. It's behind the cloud. That's what I was telling my mom the other day. That's one of my earliest memories. When I forgot who was the announcer there, but he says it was behind the bag. The 86 Mets, the amazing Mets, in the World Series. It's behind the bag. I could smell my living room. My dad and my godfather, may he rest, Uncle Joe, they were smoking their cigarettes. My godmom, I called my godmom Auntie, and my mom, we were all in the living room. The room is filled with smoke. And everybody stood up. We had a 25-inch Zenith television. Good to see you, Cindy. Welcome. Beautiful view indeed. Beautiful view indeed. Was that a sad moment? Mark, were you rooting for the other team there? Mark, that was one of my favorite. That is still one of my favorite baseball plays of all time. It's behind the bag. That's right. It was Vince Scully. It was Vince Scully calling the game. And our Mike with a $10 super chat. Our Mike, thank you so much for the very generous $10 super chat. Thank you so much for joining today's $10 club. Much, much, much appreciated. With a big $10 super chat. Mike, thank you so much for sponsoring tonight's sunset video. We are at El Sancho. Good to see you, El Sancho. We are on top of a sand dune in the Coney Island Creek Park. We can see the Verizon Bridge. We're looking off towards the west, towards sunset. We go in this direction here, looking north. We can see pretty much all of the great Manhattan skyscrapers. And we can actually see, I didn't realize this, I only realized this when I was setting up. We can see the Quester, the yellow submarine. There is the yellow submarine. You sort of like the Red Sox. I'm sorry about that, Mark. Mark, that was a sad play, Mark. I'm sorry, man. But there is the infamous Quester, the yellow submarine of Coney Island, right there in the creek. It's low tide, so you can actually see the whole thing from now. It's kind of crazy how much you can see of that. Incredible. Good to see you, Jean. Welcome. I'm having a great, relaxing day. And Ethan G says, Yellow Submarine by the Beatles. All right. Rock and Roll Jeopardy, brought to you by Schaefer Beer. For people who like having fun, for people who like having more than one. Schaefer, the one beer to have when you're having more than one, bringing you this episode of Rock and Roll Jeopardy. So what is the Quester? The Quester, let's talk about the Quester. The Quester is a yellow painted submarine. It was meant to explore the wreckage of the Andrea Doria. And when they were putting it in the water at the marina right here at the Coney Island Creek, they didn't get the ballast correct. So the whole thing went up, it turned up, and then began to fill with water, and then it drifted to where it is right now. They put the Quester in, well, the Quester was launched in 1968. And that's as far as it went, right there. You're looking at it right now. It was quickly abandoned, as you can see, and yes, it's been there ever since. There are a couple of great videos here on YouTube about the Quester. And also, there's a great chapter in Coney Island, Lost and Found by Charles Denson that talks about the whole ceremony of the Quester. All the papers were there, and I don't think they can remove it. It's kind of a pain in the ass to remove because the water is so shallow. So I don't think they could really move it. It did move a little bit during Hurricane Sandy because the tidal surge was about 5 feet. But it's been there ever since. So just one of those interesting things that we have here in Coney Island. But now you could say that you saw the yellow submarine. But it's a pretty funny story, though. They put the... Yeah, the Andrea Doria cake. The Andrea Doria. So it was supposed to explore the wreckage of the Andrea Doria. Good to see you there, Kaz Cats. Welcome. That's right. That's right. Babies Overnight, bringing you this episode of Rock and Roll Jeopardy. Your new bundle of joy in a box overnight, guaranteed. Babiesovernight.com, bringing you this exciting episode of Rock and Roll Jeopardy. Who was the host of Rock and Roll Jeopardy? It wasn't Alex Trebek, it was somebody else. Good to see everybody. Let's see here, 7:45, 89 degrees up here in the sand dune. I hope everyone's having a great Wednesday evening, or is it already Thursday morning? Good morning out there, Old Point East. But good to see everybody. Kazcat's been a member of Dutch Moz Plus for the last 7 months. I want to thank Kazcats and all the channel members for having faith in me as a content creator. And thank you so much for being one of us. One of us. Goopa gapa, goopa gapa, one of us. One of us, people. I appreciate that, Kazcat, and all the channel members. Thank you so much for your continued faith in the channel for the last 7 months. Once we get to 1,000 channel members, I'll be able to do YouTube full time. If we get to 2,000 channel members, I will be able to travel the world. So become a channel member and get me one step closer to supporting myself via YouTube. And then I'll be on all the damn time. Yeah, there was a Rock and Roll Jeopardy back in the early 2000s, KK13. They mostly aired, right, Coney Island, Jim? They mostly aired on VH1, but I think they were on ABC for like an odd night during the summer when they had no programming. But it was rock and roll. There was a rock and roll, and it wasn't necessarily just rock and roll. It was like music Jeopardy, but they called it rock and roll Jeopardy. So, and I gotta say, boy, did Ozzy Osbourne have a beautiful funeral procession today out there in Manchester. The Prince of Darkness truly having a celebration of life earlier today out in Manchester. I had to say, that was a beautiful, beautiful ceremony and well deserved. Wasn't that, Mr. Metalhead? I'm going to be honest, bro, a little tear to my eye when I heard that band play Crazy Train. I thought that was amazing. That was just really, really cool, and he deserved it. One of the best, I'm telling you. One of the best. But he really did have a beautiful, beautiful send-off today. That was gorgeous. So, a big shout out to everybody who made that happen today. Yeah, it was emotional. I couldn't imagine, Mr. Metalhead. Wow, you worked a 12-hour night shifts back then. KK13, I think so, man. But now you're here watching me, so I appreciate that. We'll bring back Rock and Roll Jeopardy, baby, on this YouTube channel. But it was amazing, yeah. Oh, Birmingham. That's right, Birmingham. That's right, Birmingham. Birmingham would be proud. Gave him a beautiful send-off. So everyone who made that happen out there in Birmingham, thank you, thank you, thank you. As an Ozzy Osbourne Black Sabbath fan myself, I tip my hat to every single one of you who've made that who made that happen. You made a lot of people. To everyone out in Birmingham who made that happen, you made possibly millions of people happy all around the world. So I'm forever grateful for all those beautiful people out there in Birmingham. So thank you guys for making that happen. But look at that, the sun's coming back out here. Sun's coming back out below the cloud. Yeah, the Black Sabbath bridge was absolutely beautiful. Yes, indeed. That was a beautiful, beautiful. 100 likes, guys. We hit 100 likes. Keep on hitting that like button. Thank you so much, everyone who hit the 100 likes. Yeah, Sharon, you know what, Ollie? You know, Sharon and Ozzy were together for quite some time, and they definitely had a very strong love. So, you know, is that Big T joining us? Good to see you there, Big T. Welcome. I'm hoping I'm getting everyone's username correct. But good to see you there. Welcome on into the show. My Mia, good to see you. Wow, your second grandbaby's in the intensive care unit. Well, my deepest prayers for you and your family. And I really hope your grandbaby pulls through. And nothing but positive energy. Nothing but positive energy to you and your family. Are they really renaming the airport to his name? Oh my goodness, that's amazing. But exactly, her kids are going to look after her. But that was like, you could tell they were like in love, so. Ethan G with something very perceptive about how the sky and planets work. Chiming in that the sun is going down. Yeah, Ethan, that's why I labeled this a sunset video. But there we go. New York City Emergency Management Department has issued a travel advisory for Thursday, the 31st, and Friday the 1st. New Yorkers are advised to prepare for potential heavy rainfall and thunderstorms. And it is going to get heavy tomorrow. This time tomorrow, it should be very, very heavy. We should have a lot of lightning, a lot of thunder. It should be pretty crazy tomorrow around this time. So, yeah, make sure to batten down the hatches and make sure you clear out your terraces and whatnot for a very heavy rainfall event tomorrow evening going into early Friday morning. But, yeah, me too, Leela. Me too, Leela. My heart definitely did break for Sharon. But, you know, her kids will take care of her. But, yes, indeed, my Mia, we're putting out all the positive energy for you there, my Mia. We're putting out all that positive energy there for you. We're thinking about you there. We're thinking about you. As we look at that sun go down here in the Coney Island Creek. Beautiful view of the sunset right now. Perfect weather for a bike stream on Saturday. Absolutely. E-Bike Mike, I'm gonna be. If you want to join me, E-Bike Mike, I'm gonna answer you back, but it's probably gonna be around 12:30. 12:30, I'm gonna start setting up the live stream. So think 12:30, but I'm gonna DM you with a little bit more information on where to meet me and where we're gonna go and what we're gonna do is we're gonna go from Lower Manhattan and we're gonna ride the whole Summer Streets route. That's gonna take us all the way up to Inwood, and then we'll probably take the West Side Highway back south back towards Lower Manhattan. So we're gonna do like a big loop of Manhattan e-bike Mike. But I'll let you know exactly where to meet up with me on Saturday. But Ann M, good to see you. Robert, exactly, Robert. It's gonna break the heat. It is gonna break the heat there. So I'm looking forward to that. So I got you. All right, e-bike Mike. Copy that, e-bike Mike. As we watch that sun go down here in the Coney Island Creek. Look at these cloud formations here. We have some amazing cloud formations. Look at these cloud formations up here. Look at these are towering thunderstorms here. Look all up there. These are like everything that's falling in Queens right now. These are your storms right now. But it looks like Lower Manhattan and Midtown are still dry. As we look at the beautiful sunset here. Got a nice close-up view there of that barge that's laying cable here in the middle of the harbor. Got a plane taking off from Newark. So it's amazing colors right there. We're definitely gonna have like a muted sunset here. So enjoying the colors there, Quacky and Oleg. Awesome. And wears many hats with a $5 PayPal. Wears many hats. Thank you so much for the very generous $5 PayPal. Thank you so much for today's $5 PayPal club. Much, much, much appreciated. With a big $5 PayPal. Much, much, much appreciated there. Wears many hats. Thank you so much for sponsoring tonight's sunset coverage. I don't know what the cable is for, Robert. I know what they're laying cable in the outer harbor here, but I don't know what the cable is exactly for. But it's been getting a lot of attention in the various Facebook groups. It's been getting quite a lot of attention. These people are like, "What the hell is that?" And then somebody figured out there's a big reel on the barge and on the boat. So yeah, keen eyes are saying that it's some kind of cable. So, but we don't know what the cable is exactly for. But beautiful colors as we look across the Gravesend Bay towards Staten Island. Beautiful colors right now. As we get the sunset here. Is that sun gonna come back out? We'll see. As the fly begins to dig into my neck. That kind of hurts. Getting eaten up by flies for you, the viewers. 121 people watching, 109 likes. Let's get to 150 likes. We could do it before we end the live stream. 150 likes. Let's do it, people. Let's do it. Sunset is in about 20 minutes from now. About 20 minutes. I know, I hate these beach flies myself there. It was biting in the back of my neck. With a $5 super chat. Douglas, thank you so much for the very generous $5 super chat. Thank you so much for joining today's $5 club. Much, much, much appreciated. With a big $5 super chat. Beautiful evening. Beautiful super chat there, Douglas. Good to see you. Aloha, my friend. I hope you're having a great evening as well. Thank you so much for sponsoring tonight's sunset coverage here from Gravesend Bay. As we watch that sun go down, it's going to come right from underneath that cloud, it looks like. Look at that, people. It's going to come right out from underneath the cloud. Right there. But good to see you, Douglas. Aloha, my friend. Look at that view right there. Wow, that's very I knew we were going to get a dramatic sunset here. So red, right? Yes, be safe in Hawaii. Yes, indeed. Yeah, we had. I like how the New York Post framed the possible tsunami alert that was last night. Bloody hell! I'm gonna verbatim tell you the New York Post's article. They had an article titled, "Are you ready for this? Tsunami wave slams California," and then the story begins out that Northern California was slammed with a 1.5 foot tall wave. a 1.5 foot tall tsunami wave. It was 1.5 feet, people. Actually, I gotta say, Japan, they had a very more defined, it was 30 meters, which is like a foot and 2 inches. Anyway, I can't stand the post either. But I'm happy that everybody in Hawaii, looks like we had a little bit of a tsunami up there in Russia, but Alaska, the West Coast, I'm happy that everybody came out safe. But bloody hell, man, freaking the Post is like the worst. I gotta say, the Post is seriously like the worst paper. And the way they try to frame people, it's like, it's so ridiculous. Only the stupidest people will believe a Post article. But anyway, I know, oh my God, Hala, the mosquitoes have been awful this year. The mosquitoes have really been active this year. Couldn't even drag out the surfboard for that, no. The planet is doing what it does, Ethan. The planet is doing what it does. That's why it's good to go to school and educate yourself, Ethan, because you can learn how it all works. So, you know, I don't think the planet's going wild. I think people are going wild. I think humans are going wild. And the Earth is just reacting to that. But again, it's always good to go to school and educate yourself about that, so you could know how to prepare yourself and know where to live if you want to really protect yourself from those things. But yes, shout out to Orlando. I want to give a shout out, since Douglas is checking on in from Orlando, I want to give a big shout out to State Road 192. I want to give a shout out to State Road 192 and Orange World. All right, where you could buy some delicious Florida oranges, and why not the Citrus Tower. A big shout out to the Citrus Tower. Yes, indeed. But good to see you, Catherine Drew. Welcome. Yes, 8.8 earthquake is pretty big. The 6th strongest earthquake ever recorded. So we're lucky that we did not get a big tsunami, because to put it in perspective, the tsunami that hit Japan back in March of 2011, that was a 9.0. So that was a 9.0. So, but yes, shout out to the Florida Oranges. Shout out to State Road 192. And yes, it was off the coast of Russia. Yes, off the coast of Russia. The Pacific Ocean it was affecting. But yes, exactly. Earthquakes have been happening in that area for thousands of years, and it is part of the Ring of Fire. And I'm not going to go too much into the Ring of Fire. I highly recommend checking out a book about plate tectonics, or maybe watch some videos. Education is beautiful. Let me tell you something. School and education, some of the most important things that we could have in our society. So more school, people. More school. What I'm worried about is the island of Tenerife, out in the Canary Islands. I'm worried about that island exploding and then causing a super tsunami that hits the whole East Coast. If it hits just right, here in New York City, we'll be dealing with a 40-foot wave. So yeah, let's hope that doesn't happen. That is my night. I showed a video to the Duchess about that the other night. And so I hope the island of Tenerife does not blow its side off, and then we get a massive, Miami, Boston, we'll all be affected here on the East Coast. So anyway, exactly, the Earth doesn't care about humans' routines. It's just doing what the Earth does. That Ring of Fire ain't no joke. That's right. Johnny Cash was right, people. So Tenerife it's a volcano, Deborah, and the volcano keeps building its top. So eventually, it's going to become unstable because it's right next to, the shelf, the continental shelf of Africa. And it drops off quite considerably going into the ocean. So that island, it's going to explode like Mount St. Helens. So it would be, and we will have 8 hours to react here in New York City. We would have 8 hours. So if Tenerife explodes, here in New York City, we will have 8 hours to react to it. But good to see you, Alex. Welcome. Yes, indeed. I fell into a burning ring of fire. That's right. Johnny Cash, people. Johnny Cash. Look him up. But that is my nightmare scenario, is the island of Tenerife blowing up out there in the Canary Islands. That's been on my radar since I was I think 20 years old. The first time I ever heard of that, I think I was 20 years old. Traumatized ever since. I hope we're dead when that happens too. Johnny who? Johnny Cash sang Ring of Fire. Johnny Cash sings Ring of Fire. Yes, we need 8 years to prepare. All we'll get is 8 hours, Holla. All we'll get is 8 hours. But you're more than welcome, Deborah. There's actually a lot of great videos about that. There's a lot of great videos about that scenario here on YouTube. It probably won't happen in our lifetime. I heard about that, Robert. Yeah. I heard that it probably won't happen in our lifetime, but you never know. Margie Blog, good to see you. Welcome. As we watch that sun go down. Yeah, Kate, look it up. There's a lot of videos here on YouTube about it. And Tenerife is not along the Ring of Fire. Tenerife is it'll be what's called a mid-plate zone there. So the magma comes up through the plate. They just made an announcement on that boat. I know you can't watch natural disaster stuff. I feel you, Ollie. I feel you. Can we get to 150 likes before the sun goes down? Keep on hitting that like button. We're about 8 minutes away, 9 minutes away to sunset time. Watching sunset going over Staten Island today. Absolutely good to see you, Danette. Everyone check out Danette and Anthony's channel. Two fantastic people up there in Queens. Give them a big follow. They know how to have fun. Oh, you remember that one there, Oleg? I remember that one too. I can't even pronounce that one. That was what, Iceland, right? Was that Iceland? Isn't that beautiful red color there? It looks like that sun's gonna go behind some clouds. Maybe the day after tomorrow, exactly. Good to see you, Danette. Hope you're having a great afternoon, great evening. Hopefully you and Anthony stayed in the air conditioning. Hopefully you guys stayed in the air conditioning today. Ouch, the fucking fly just bit my damn ear. They're beginning to feast on me up here at the top of the sand dune. I don't know how people can have picnics over here. There's so many flies over here. And I would not recommend swimming in the water around here either. Good to see you, Will Fargus. Welcome. You think you just saw a submarine there, Holla? Terry Allen, good to see you. You've been you've been caring for your partner with Alzheimer's, but now he's in care so you could watch. Oh, Terry Allen, I know how it is, Terry. My godmom's going through a bit of dementia right now herself, so hang in there. It's only going to get better, right? So hang in there, right? Hang in there. Let me do my best to entertain you, but good to see you, Terry. Hope you're doing good. Hope you're doing well, man. Thank you so much for joining us. The flies out here are the worst, Jim. They're the size of horses. They're the size of horses. Look at that. I think we're going to have our sun go right behind the cloud there. Going to have that sun go right behind the clouds. Oh, the boat is leaving. Oh, okay. That's why we heard that call. There goes the cable boat right there. Or at least one of these support vehicles for the cable. Beginning to move on. Well, let's get these last few moments here. This beautiful red sky here as we look towards Staten Island. But the horse flies are the size of horses here on the Coney Island. I don't know how people can have picnics out here. I really don't. This is it's not the best place to have a picnic. There's so much sand flying around and not exactly clean. By the way, if you come here to Coney Island Creek Park here, do me a favor, please clean up your garbage. So many people come here, they throw these big parties over here because nobody's going to bother you over here. And people just leave all their garbage here. It drives me nuts. This little beach here has so much potential because of where it is and how secluded it is. Please, if you come here to Coney Island Creek Park, do me a favor. Please take your garbage with you. Don't leave it in the garbage cans down here because nobody really services the garbage cans down here. So just take your garbage with you, please, and keep it clean for everybody, including yourself and your friends. So please, a little bit of decorum and common and thinking of your common neighbor and man. Sand fleas on Santa Musa. That doesn't sound good. But down goes the sun. Down goes the sun. Down for another day. Down goes the sun, Central Time Zone. You guys are coming up next. But down goes the sun, another day here in New York City in the books. This park did have a ferry pier. This park did have a ferry pier for the NYC ferry a little bit further down from here. Just one problem. After Hurricane Sandy, the Army Corps of Engineers placed all this sand that you see right here to create these sand dunes. So right out here, it's actually quite shallow, and the NYC ferry would run aground if it was low tide. So they set up a ferry dock. It was all plugged in and everything, had lights on it, and then they realized that the sand shifts too much up there and will ground the boats. So in the middle of the night, they removed the ferry pier, and never to be seen again. We got a drone flying over us. Got a drone flying over us. Ah, okay, Kaz. All right, very good. Well, we need a ferry dock over by the Steeplechase Pier, but then you got to build like a wave break for the, and that's going to cost a lot of money. No, they are geniuses because it's going to keep us safe from storm surge. So you know, this is fine. But again, they never even imagined to have a ferry dock further down there. So I know we got a drone patrol. Wait, where is it? Where is it? It's right up there. Oh shit! Did it just? Oh shit! Let's see if we keep an eye on this drone here. Drone patrol is in effect. I can hear it. There it is. We got a drone. It's right there. We got a drone. Drone flights are legal here. Yes, they are. They are legal here. Because this is like a secluded place, but this drone is flying very erratically. As you can see, keep an eye on this guy here. Is he gonna crash? He's going really low. There he goes. Jesus. Where is he? He's like right here. It's like right here. Maybe he's looking for sharks. We wouldn't have sharks in this close, but you never know. All right, people. Well. Ladies and gentlemen, we had our sunset, we had our drone patrol, and now I gotta navigate through the woods to get home in the dark. So I wanna thank everyone who super chatted, everyone who left the PayPal. Thank you guys so much for sponsoring our sunset tonight. That is a very large mosquito. Can you hear it, people? Can you hear it? It's right here in front of us. It's right here. But you guys are more than welcome for the sunset. You're more than welcome for the beautiful view. We end our live stream here with the view of the moon right up there. Guys, thank you so much for hanging on out with me. If you're new to the broadcast, make sure to subscribe to the Dutch Moz family of networks here on YouTube and on Instagram. All same name at Dutch Moz. Make sure you hit the notification bell because I never know when I'm going to go live next. But from the Coney Island Creek Park here in Coney Island, Seagate, this is Dutch Moz signing off. Have yourself a fabulous and beautiful New York day, whether you can afford to live here or not. Hug your loved ones, cherish those beautiful moments. And good night, Mrs. Calabash. Wherever you are I will see you guys on the next one. Take care, guys. Bye-bye.